वेलकम स्टूडेंट, आपका यूट्यूब चैनल शंकर कोचिंग में स्वागत है। मैं प्रोफेसर प्रेम शंकर आज 11th क्लास के स्टूडेंट को एनसीईआरटी बुक से मैथ्स का चैप्टर नंबर 3 पढ़ाऊंगा, ट्रिग्नोमेट्री एंड फंक्शन। आप इस वीडियो को अंत तक देखें। अगर कोई डाउट हो तो कमेंट बॉक्स में दें। अगर मेरा ये वीडियो आपको पसंद आता है तो आप इसे लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें और अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर करें। तो चलिए वीडियो स्टार्ट करते हैं। स्टार्ट द वीडियो ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शन। We will see in this chapter introduction. Then we will explain the trigono functions values and their graphs. Then we will discuss the identities. Then we will see the formulas, sum and difference formulas. Then multiple angle formulas. In the multiple angle, we will take the 2x and 3x. And lastly, we will take the trigonometric equation. See, what is trigonometry? Trigonometry means what? Trigonometry means seeing the angles and this sides of a side of this triangle. That is the meaning of the trigonometry. If you take this right angle triangle, then then the ratios of the acute angles are defined as some functions like trigonometric function like sine theta, cos theta, tan theta. Actually, what is the use? There are many use of this trigonometry. In the height and distance, we use this trigonometry formula. In the height and distance, we are using the trigonometric formulas also. Okay, so if you see the angle, there are many types of angle. Suppose one angle is suppose like this. If the angle is like this and we are measuring in this way, so this is what this is the positive angle, positive acute angle. Similarly, if I take in this way, this is negative acute angle. Similarly, we have the many types of angle like straight angle is also there. In the straight angle, what is happening? This whole angle will be equal to 180 degree. Likewise, 360 degree angle is also there. So, what is the relation between? There is another way of the measuring this angle, that is the radian. So, actually, what is this pi radian? This is pi radian is equal to 180 degree. Pi radian is equal to your 180 degree. So that means what? That means suppose you want to define what is the value of 1 radian. What is the value of the 1 radian? So the 1 radian is equal to how much? Obviously this will be equal to how much? This will be equal to your pi divided by 180. Similarly, let's suppose I find 1 degree. So 1 degree is just opposite of this one. So 180 by pi. There is this is 1 degree. Then 1 degree is also equal to how much? This 1 degree is equal to your 6 minute, and this 1 minute is equal to your 60 second. So this is all about the introduction of this chapter. We'll see the trigonometric function, its values and the graphs also. We'll see the graph of this sine theta, cos theta, then tan theta, cot theta, sec theta and cosec theta. So the trigono function, we'll take the ratio to define the sine theta, cos theta, tan theta and other trigonometrical ratios. So I'm taking the right angle triangle. One right angle triangle I am taking. This is suppose this one is the right angle triangle. This one is 90 degree. So this is your hypotenuse. This angle is suppose theta. So this is perpendicular and this is base. Okay. So I will define these terms. Here it is this is your sine theta. Then cos of theta, sine theta, cos theta. Then this is tangent of this theta. Then I have this is your cosec theta, then sec theta, sec theta, then here it is the sec theta, then here it is the cot of theta. So this is the right angle triangle is there, and this theta is the acute angle. So how to define all this in the ratios? So this sine theta is nothing but this is your this is b by h. Cos theta is equal to, sorry, this is your not b by h. This will be your p by h. This is your p by h. Similarly, the cos of theta is equal to your b by h. Similarly, what is the tangent of theta? The tangent of theta is p by b. So for the cosec theta is equal to how much? The cosec theta is equal to your h by p, and the sec theta is equal to h by b, and cot of theta is equal to b by p. So this is the ratio, and that defined in the terms of sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. So now we will see the values. So we will see the values of all this. So how to find the values? So for finding the values, let's suppose I have this is sin theta, and this is your cos of theta, and tan theta. I want the values of this 0 degree, then I want the value of the 30 degree, 45 degree, then for 60 degree, and lastly I am seeing the 90 degree. I want the value of all this. So value of this is, this will be your 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, this is your root 3 by 2, 90 is equal to 4. And what about the cos theta? That is your 1 by 1, and this is root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, then 1 by 2, and this is 0. What about tan theta? Tan theta is nothing. What is that? The value of this tan theta is equal to p by b. So if I will take the p by b, so how much I will get? For this 0 by 1, so this will be your, how much? This is 0, this is 1 by root 3, 45, 1, this is root 3. This is undefined, infinity. Okay, now we will see the few formulas. So let's suppose I am taking few formulas. So the few formulas are your, this is, one is your sine square theta plus cos of square theta is equal to 1, and then 1 plus tan square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta is equal to, that is equal to sec square theta. And what about this 1 plus cot square theta? So 1 plus cot square theta is equal to your cosec square theta. Now we will see the graph of sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. Graph I will take the graph. So I will draw the graph of this sine and cos first. Okay. So for the graph of this sine and cos, I'm seeing the graph of this sine x, and then I will draw the graph of cos x, sine x and cos x. So for sine x and cos x, I will draw the coordinates. Axis I am drawing first. Similarly, for the cos x, I will draw the coordinates. Okay. So this is your x coordinate. This is your y coordinate. Similarly, here also, in this case also, the x coordinate. This is your y coordinate. I want to draw the graph of this sine x. So how to draw the graph of sine x? So for drawing the graph of sine x, I will take here, this is pi, 2 pi, and this is 3 pi, 4 pi, and so on. Here it is your minus pi, this is your minus 2 pi, minus 3 pi, and here it is minus 4 pi. let's suppose the value what at this point, this is 1 and this is your minus 1. 1 and minus 1. So how to draw the graph? So for drawing the graph will be like this. It will be like this. And here in the negative side, this will be like this. So this is the graph of the sin x. Now come to the graph of the cos x. So in the graph of the cos x, again here it is your, this is pi, this is 2 pi, 3 pi, and this is your 4 pi. Pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi. Similarly, I will take here, the values are here minus pi, then it is minus 2 pi, minus 3 pi, and here it is minus 4 pi. Okay, now if I take this is the pi by 2, okay, and this is pi by 2, and at this point, this is your 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 4 pi by 7 pi by 2. Likewise here also it will be like this. So this is your pi by 2. So at this point, this will be here, and this will be value will be here. So like this. So how the values? The values will be, the graph will be something like this. This is the graph. Similarly, here also, this is the graph. This is this like this. So this is the graph of the cos x. You see the remaining 4 graphs. So that 4 graphs are tan x, cot x, sec x, and cosec x. So we'll draw that graph. I will draw the graph of this tan x, then cot x, tan x, cot x, then sec x, and cosec x. So we will draw the remaining sine x and cos x already we had seen. Now we will draw the graphs of this tan x, cot x, sec x, and cos x. So first of all, I draw the coordinates. I will draw the coordinates. I will draw the coordinates here also. Then for sec x also, the graph will be like this for the sec x. And then for the cos x, graph of the cos x, I will draw the graph. Obviously, this is the x coordinate, y coordinate. Here it is your x coordinate. This is y coordinate. Similarly, here also x coordinate, y coordinate. This is x coordinate, and here it is y coordinate. This is your pi, 2 pi, and this point is minus pi. Similarly, here also, this is your minus pi, and 2 pi. In this case also, this is minus pi, and this is 2 pi. Similarly, here also, it is your minus pi, and 2 pi. So this is the coordinate axis. Now you draw the graphs. See, tan x is there. It is given. Tan x is there. Tan x means what? Tan x means sin x by cos x. So sin by cos is there. Cos x is not equal to 0. If the cos x is not equal to 0, that means what? That means in the case of the tan x, add to the minus pi by 2. This will be not defined. At the minus pi by 2, this will not define. For this pi by 2 also, it will be not defined. And for 3 pi by 2, this is for the 3 pi by 2, here also it will be not defined. Because cos x is not equal to 0. So in this way, so how to draw the graph? So for the drawing the graph, after this pi by 2, it is not defined. At this minus pi by 2, it is not defined. Not defined means that point is at infinity. Similarly, at the point 0, it will be what? It will be not defined. So how to write that one? This point is minus pi by 2. So it is not defined. Similarly, here it is not defined. So I can draw the graph. This will be like this. Here it will be not defined. So this will be like this. Similarly, at the pi value is 0, but it is not defined at 3 pi by 2. It is not defined at 3 pi by 2. So this is your 3 pi by 2. So it will be not defined at this point. Not defined means that point is at infinity. Similarly, for 2 pi also, it will be at 2 pi value is 0, but 3 pi by 2 it is not defined. So this is the graph of tan x. Now let's suppose the next one is cot x. So for the case of this cot x, it is not defined at minus pi, and it will also not define at pi. It is not defined at 2 pi. 2 pi. So in the cot x, how the graph will be there? At this point, it is not defined. So the graph will be like this. It is not defined at this point. At this point, the value is going to be 0, and it will be like this. Similarly, at this point pi by 2, the value is going to be 0, and it is not defined at this point. At this point, the value is going to be 0, and it is not defined at this pi. Now for 3 pi by 2, at this point the value of the cot x is the values of cot x is how much? The value of the cot x is 0. So this is at the 3 pi by 2, and then it is not defined at this 2 pi. The 2 pi point, it is not defined, so it will be like this. See, once again, the values are minus pi by 2. The value is going to be cot x 0. And what about here? This will be your pi by 2. The value is going to be 0. And here it is what? Here it is 3 pi by 2. The value is going to be 0. Now come to the case of the sec x. In the sec x case, sec x is equal to 1 by cos x. So 1 by cos x means the cos x is not equal to 0. That means it will not define at the where? At the minus pi by 2 it will not define. At the pi by 2 also it will be not defined. And then at the 3 pi by 2 it will be not defined at 3 pi by 2. So what is the value? Here the value is how much? The value sec x, the value is how much? Value is going to be 1. And it is not defined at minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. So this graph will be something like this. This is like this. Similarly, for the case of pi, the value is going to be how much? The value is going to be minus 1. This value is 1. So for pi the value is how much? The value is minus 1, and it is not defined where? It is not defined between pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. So it is not defined for pi by 2 and this at this point it will be not defined. Then come to the case of 2 pi. In the 2 pi also it is not defined at 3 pi by 2. It is not defined at 3 pi by 2. So the graph will be something like this. Then it is also not defined for what? For minus pi by 2. So for minus pi by 2, the value will be how much? For minus pi by 2, so this will be like this. It is not defined for this. Okay, so these points are minus pi by 2, pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. Similarly for the cosec x. Cosec x is equal to how much? Cosec x is equal to 1 by sin x. So 1 by sin x means sin x is not equal to 0. Sin of x is not equal to 0. So sin x is not equal to 0. That means what? That means x is not defined for n pi. So it will be not defined for pi. It will not define for 2 pi, and it is also not defined for minus pi. Okay. So what is the value of this at this pi by 2? So let's suppose this point is at 1 and this point is at minus 1. This is 1 and this point is minus 1. So it is not defined for where? It is not defined for pi, 2 pi, 0 also and minus pi. So the graph will be how much? The shape of the graph will be, this is the shape of the graph. Now similarly I will take what is the value at this 0. So it is for pi. So for pi the minus 1 value is there. So minus 1 value will be there. So it will be not defined at 0 and it is not defined at pi. Not defined in what? That point is at infinity. Similarly, if I take minus pi, so in the minus pi case also, the value is what? Value is minus 1. But it is not defined for pi is equal to 0 and pi is equal to minus pi. So the graph will be like this. The graph will be. See, meaning of what not defined is, meaning of, suppose I say at this point is not defined, that means this curve is meeting at a infinite. Infinite means parallel to that line. Now we see the trigonometric identities. So for identities, I am just drawing a coordinate. All 4 coordinates I am drawing. All 4 coordinates. All 4 coordinates. And let I am taking x as an angle. X as an angle. So this point I can write it pi by 2 plus minus x. Similarly, this point is pi. This is pi plus minus x. Similarly, this point is 3 pi by 2 plus minus x. Lastly, this point is your 2 pi plus minus x. See, this one is the first coordinate. This is the first coordinate. This is the second coordinate. And this is third coordinate. And lastly, this is the fourth coordinate. Now, for writing the trigonometric identities, I have divided the coordinates into 4 parts, and this axis I have taken in this way. Means what? If I am taking this plus sign, so it will be in the second coordinate. If I am taking the minus sign, it will be in the first coordinate. Likewise here also, if I am taking plus, So it will be in the second coordinate, third coordinate is in the third coordinate. And if I am taking the minus, it is the second. Likewise there also. Now, see in this first coordinate, this all trigonometrical identities are positive. While in this case, this sine and its reciprocal is positive. That is sine and cosec. This is positive. And similarly, if I take this third coordinate, in the third coordinate, tan and cot, these two are positive. While in the fourth coordinate, in that case, your this cos and its reciprocal, that is sec, are the positive. One thing. Second thing, on this y-axis, if I consider this y-axis, means this pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2, in this case, the sine is changing to cos, cos is changing sine to cos, cos to sine, tan to cot, sec to cosec. Okay. So let's suppose I am taking this coordinate and I want to find sine of pi by 2 minus x. So pi by 2 is there and it is in the first coordinate. This is the y-axis, so sine will be changed. So this is equal to your cos of x. This is nothing but cos of x. Similarly, if I take the here tan pi by 2 minus x. So that is equal to your how much? Cot of x. So similarly second cosec. Now if you take pi by 2 plus x, so it will be the second coordinate. So what is the value of then? Sine pi by 2 plus of x. So sine will change into cos. So this is your cos x and this is your positivity there. Similarly, let's suppose I am taking tan pi by 2 plus x. Tan pi by 2 plus x. So it is in the second coordinate. So this is your cot x. This is nothing but this is your cot x. But the sign will be negative. Okay. Similarly, if I come into this pi plus x. So if the pi plus x will become, it will be in the third coordinate. So let's suppose I am writing here sine pi plus x. On the x-axis, it will not change. So it will be the sine will remain sine, and the sign will be here minus sine x. Similarly, let's suppose I am taking here 10 pi plus x, so it will not change. So it will be here 10, since it is in the third coordinate. So 10x is here, and sine will be how much? Sine will be positive. Okay. Likewise, if I come to the 3 pi by 2 plus x, so let's suppose I am taking this sine 3 pi by 2 plus x. The plus x. So sine is changing into what? Sine is changing into cos. Cos. But here cos is positive. So this is your minus cos x. Now next will be what? Next suppose 10 3 pi by 2 plus x. So what is the value? 10 will be changed into cot. So cot of x. It is in the fourth coordinate. So 10 is what? 10 is negative. So this is how the trigonometric identities changes. Let's suppose I am taking one simple one. Let's suppose I am taking sine 2 pi plus x. So if I will take the sine 2 pi plus x, so it will be the first coordinate. So that is your sine 2 pi plus x. Y-axis not changes, x-axis changes. So x-axis is there, so it will be not change. So sine 2 pi plus x. So that is the first coordinate. It will be not changed. That is your sine x. It will be your sine x. Similarly, let's suppose I am taking 10 2 pi plus x. So it will be not changed. So it will be your this 10x. And in the first coordinate, the all is positive. So this is positive. Likewise, you can take any trigonometric identities. Let's suppose I am taking the sine pi minus x. So this is pi minus x. Pi minus x. It will be in the second coordinate. And pi minus x, it will not change. So it will be the sine x. And the second coordinate, sine and cosec sine, will not change. So sine pi minus x is nothing but it is your sine x. So likewise, you can find any other trigonometrical this identity. Now we'll see the sum and difference formulas. That is x plus y and then x minus y, one by one. So I am starting with the sine x plus y. So this sine x plus y, this is equal to sine x cos y plus cos x sine y. Similarly, what the value of sine x minus y? If I change the sign here minus, so this sign will be also minus. Similarly, for the next, suppose I have the cos x plus y. This is your cos x, cos of y minus sine x sine x sine y. Similarly, if I change the sign here, x minus y, so this will be a plus will be here. Next, suppose I am taking 10 x plus y. So this is equal to 10x plus 10y. This is divided by 1 minus 10x 10y. 1 minus 10x 10y. If I put the sign here minus 10x minus 10y. So this is your 10x minus 10y and then plus 1 plus 10x 10y. Then let's suppose the next one is your cot x plus y. So this is equal to cot of x, cot x plus cot y, 1 minus cot x into cot y. Let's suppose I am putting here minus. So this sign will be a minus and this is plus. So this is altogether 8 formulas are there. Just if you change this sign, so rest will be the same, only the sign changes. Let's suppose next I have the cos x plus cos y. So this cos x plus cos y, this is equal to how much? This is equal to 2 into cos x plus y by 2 into cos x minus y by 2. Similarly, if you take cos of x minus cos of y, This is equal to minus 2. This is your sine x plus y by 2 into sine x minus y by 2. This is for the cos x minus y. Similarly, if I take sine x plus sine y, so this is equal to 2 into sine x plus y by 2 sine x plus y by 2 into cos x minus y by 2. And what is the value of this one? Sine x minus sine y. This is equal to 2 into cos x plus y by 2 into sine x minus y by 2. And next formulas are suppose cos of x plus y plus cos of x minus y. This is equal to 2 cos x cos y. 2 cos x cos y. If I take it here, cos x plus y minus cos x minus y. This is equal to minus 2 sine x sine y. Similarly, if I take sine x plus y plus sine x minus y, so this is equal to 2 sine x cos y, 2 sine x cos of y, and then lastly sine x plus y minus sine x minus y. So this is equal to 2 cos of x sine y. So in this all formulas you will see in one case plus sign is there and the other case minus sign is there. So these all are the formulas of sum and difference. Now we will see the multiple angle like 2x and 3x. So let's suppose I want to find what is the value of this sine 2x. So for finding the sine 2x, I know that sine x plus y is equal to sine x cos y plus cos x sine y. If I put x is equal to y, then the value of sine 2x is equal to 2 sine x cos of y. Sine 2x is this much. One more thing, this is the one formula. I can do in this way also. This is sine 2x. So this I can do in this way. 2 sine x and this is cos x. So I can do in this way also. 2 sine x cos x. I divide it by 1. So in this way, cos square x plus sine square x. Now I divide it by cos square x. Then this is also equal to how much? This is also equal to your 2 tan x divided by 1 plus tan square x. So this is the formula for sine 2x. You can take 2 sine x cos x or you can take 2 tan x 1 plus tan square cos square x. Now this is for the sine 2x. Now come to the cos of 2x. So for cos of 2x, I know that cos of this x plus y, this is equal to cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Now, if I put it here, x is equal to y, then I will get what? I will get cos 2x, and this cos 2x is nothing but this is equal to cos square x minus sin square x. Cos square x minus sin square x. I can modify this also. I can, if I change this cos square x into 1 minus cos square x, then it is also equal to, I put in cos square x 1 minus sin square x, so this is 1 minus 2 sin square x. Also, if I write here sin square x is equal to 1 minus cos square x, so this is also equal to your 2 cos square x minus 1. One more thing, your this cos 2x, cos of 2x is equal to, it is given how much? Cos square x minus sin square x. I can divide it by cos square x plus sin square x. So this is, if I divide it by cos square x, so this is your 1 minus tan square x divided by 1 plus tan square x. Now come to the tan 2x. So for tan 2x I want to find tan 2x. So what is the value of tan x plus y? This is equal to tan x plus tan y divided by 1 minus tan x into tan y. Now if I put it here, x is equal to y, if I put it x is equal to y, this is your tan 2x and this is your 2 tan x. 2 tan x divided by 1 minus tan square x. Now the next is your this sin 3x, cos 3x and tan 3x. So what is the value of sin 3x? So the sin 3x is equal to 3 times sin x minus 4 sin cube x. And what about the cos of 3x? So cos of 3x, this is equal to 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. What about tan 3x? So the value of the tan 3x, this is equal to tan 2x plus x. Tan 3x is equal to tan 2x plus x. So that is equal to tan 2x plus tan x divided by 1 minus tan 2x into tan x. So I can put the value of tan 2x. So this is equal to 2 tan x divided by 1 minus tan square x plus tan x, and this whole divided by 1 minus 2 tan x divided by 1 minus tan square x into tan x. Now if you solve this one, you will get 3 tan x minus tan cube x, 3 tan x minus 10 cube x divided by 1 divided by 1 minus, so this is the plus here, 1 minus 3 10 square x. So these all are the multiple angles formula for sine, cos, and now see the trigonometrical equations. So three cases we have. The first one is this is sine x is equal to sine y, and the second case is equal to this cos x is equal to cos of y. Then last one is your tan x is equal to tan y. So I am taking the first one, that is sine x is equal to sine y. So this is sine of x minus sine of y is equal to 0. So what is the value of this one? This is your 2 cos of x plus y by 2 into sine of x minus y by 2 is equal to 0. So two cases are here. One is your cos of x plus y by 2 is equal to 0, and then it is your sine x minus y by 2 is equal to 0. So in this case, your this x plus y by 2 is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, and this implies x minus y by 2. This is equal to how much? This is equal to n pi. So if you combine this one, you will get x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into y. So this is the case of sine x is equal to sine y. Now the next one, I am taking cos of x is equal to cos of y. Cos of x is equal to cos of y. So this is cos of x minus cos of y is equal to 0. So cos of x minus cos of y, this is equal to minus sine of x plus y by 2 into sine of x minus y by 2. This is equal to 0. So this x plus y by 2, this is equal to n pi, and here also x minus y by 2 is equal to n pi. If you combine this, you will get x is equal to 2 n pi plus minus y. Now the last one is tan x is equal to, this is tan x is equal to tan y. Tan x is equal to tan y. So I can write it tan x minus tan y is equal to 0. Or if I change it, this is your sine x by cos x minus sine y by cos y, cos of y is equal to 0, or this is simply sine x into cos of y minus cos of x into sine of y divided by cos x into cos of y is equal to 0, or I can write it here sine x minus y, this is equal to 0, or x is equal to n pi plus y. So these are the values here. This is the first one for the sine x sine y. This is the second one, cosec x is equal to cos of y, and this is third one, tan x is equal to tan y. Now, some special cases are also when you will see some special cases, like when sine x is equal to 0, so x is equal to n pi. Similarly, we have the cos x is equal to 0, so x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. Then last one is your tan x is equal to 0, or x is equal to n pi. So these are the solution of trigonometrical equation, where these three are the special cases. Thanks for watching. If you have any doubt, write in the comment box. If you like the content of the video, please like it, subscribe it, and share with your friends. Thanks.